Bring him down after just a short pickup. Fournette is into the end. Miami. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 13. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Jackson running again. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Two and now on first down. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brent,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone saying, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Tua. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Tua.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive...
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins have retaken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson looking downfield for Godwin.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, But still, 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down at 7. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Play action. Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here we go. 60 men. 60 men. Let's go, defense.
They keep it with Fournette on first down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. On the give, this is their fullback. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On second down, here's Fournette.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tanner Conner, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. The two are going to try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tanner Conner.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for
for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Tagovailoa out to his left. He's going to let it fly.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can SDOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fashion, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss